Good afternoon, everyone. Let's talk about your life and the life. You may have heard about the life. Jesus Christ once said, the life. He said that I am the life. The life is within you, but you can't feel it. You can only feel your life. That's your life. The life is the kingdom of heaven. Oh, perhaps you think that we came to meet a Buddhist monk and he's talking about Christianity. No, I talk about the truth. I don't have any religion. My religion is nature. I'm pretty sure that the Buddha's religion is also nature. The Buddha talked about nature. Jesus Christ talked about nature. Prophet Muhammad, Lord Krishna, everyone talked about nature. But people can't understand that. People think that there are many religions. Therefore, they follow it. After that, they want to protect their God. Because people create God. I'll show you how. You have created your own God because of fear. That's why you believe in God. Have you seen? No. But you believe it. You believe in God and you believe it like with your life. But you haven't seen him. And the other thing is you don't want to see. You only need to believe because of fear. You are afraid of your own life, ladies and gentlemen. You are afraid of your own life. Actually, that's the reason you can't enjoy your life. Because you are afraid of your life. When you feel your future, you experience your future, don't you? You think about your future. What will happen tomorrow? What will happen to my kids? So on. There are many thoughts. Your mind always associates with future and the past. You think that you live in the present. You always experience time. Therefore, you always talk about time. I had this, that happened to me, that will happen to me. I need to protect my family. I need to protect myself. If I lose my job, always you have that clause, if. If you can remember grammar, that if clause, is it present or the future? When you use if. Normally we don't use if I will, we don't use that. We don't have to put will because if means future. If something happened to me, future imaginations. You always talk about if, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you can't enjoy your life. I'm here to discuss with you how to enjoy your life. That's what happened to me. I enjoy my life to the fullest. I am the poorest here. You have everything but happiness, but mental serenity. I don't have anything but mental serenity. Your mind is shaky. Your mind always is shaken by things. When you see things, you try to acquire them. You feel that that will make you happy. When you see a vehicle, big one, perhaps, very valuable one, you try to buy it. Can you stop yourself when you want something? You even can't try because you want to buy it. You want to acquire it. You want to own it and feel that I own this. And then you can have a secure feeling that I can use it. I can be happy with this. This is how you try to gather many things, acquire many things into your life. Therefore, now you have a million things, but still you are looking for happiness. I want you to understand this first, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to understand about your life. Please don't be offended. Let's discuss about this. Let's clean the wound and apply some medicine. And it will be cured. When I discuss this with you, I want you to meditate. When I say meditate, don't close your eyes. The meditation is not closing eyes or anything. Meditation is contemplating. I want you to contemplate about your own life. When I talk about wantings, I want you to think about your wantings. When I talk about vexation, I want you to think about your vexation. That's meditation. Jesus Christ once said, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." What a fabulous idea and teaching. Blessed are those who mourn. It doesn't have any meaning if you take it lightly. When you cry, when you are sad, how can you be blessed? But he said that blessed are those who mourn. And for they shall be comforted. I want you to be comforted. But before that, you should know what happened to you. What's going on with you? This is not negative, ladies and gentlemen. We just think about our life. What happened to us? Day in and day out, we chase behind things. Every day we get desires into our mind, wantings. You get attached to many things. Then you can't come out of that. Perhaps now you can't live without your phone. Then do you really think that you have a successful life? If you can't live without a phone, a small gadget? Internet? Just imagine that. Without internet, how can you live? That means you have an aid. You need that aid. Internet is that. Your phone, your laptop, your tablet. That is that. Not only that, you need your family to live. You need your parents, you need your kids to live, friends. You can't be alone. But you should be able to do that. You should be able to live without anything. Because you are the serene mind. However, that's the nature of the mind. That's the nature of the mind. But you can't feel it because of cankers, defilements in the mind. Therefore, your mind is always vexed with desires. But you love to get desires. You are open to get desires. You read books and get views. When someone says that food was delicious, when you see this sign, how do you feel? That food was delicious. Then you strongly believe that. Yes, it's delicious. It will make me happy. Don't you? If someone says that I have been to a garden and that garden was so beautiful, then you strongly believe it. Because someone says that with a smile. When I smile, you think that I'm happy, don't you? When I smile, look at my face. When I smile, you think that I'm happy. You always use a smile to think that person is happy. Therefore, I can deceive you. I can say that with a smile, nice smile. I can say that this is the best. With a smile, when I say that, then so you strongly believe that yes, this is the best because this made him happy. Then you take the other decision. Then definitely this will make me happy. That's why adverts are there. They always wear a nice smile. That's what they have to do. They are actors, actresses. They are asked to have a smile, wear a smile and say that this is the best. Then you all, well educated, you all believe that, yes, I can be happy with this. You are so desperate to be happy. Why? You are looking for happiness, ladies and gentlemen. Why? There's only one reason. You are looking for happiness. When you are looking for something, actually you lost it. That's why you are looking for that. Actually, you lost happiness. Actually, that is not happiness, ladies and gentlemen. You lost your mental serenity. Your mind is serene, but you lost it. Now the mind is vulnerable. It creates waves. It was placid, but now it's like an ocean. Therefore, you have many wantings. Whatever you see, you try to acquire it. Because you got a desire when you see something. When you saw something, you got a desire to achieve it. Or at least you need to associate that because you strongly believe that you can be happy with these objects. But the problem is, you acquire many things and now you are very rich and successful. That's how you think. Please don't be offended. Again. You have everything, ladies and gentlemen, but you don't have your life. Now you are in your 80s, 50s, 40s. You use your life to acquire all these things, but still you are looking for happiness. Then what happened to your life? That's what happened to me also, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I changed my life. I changed my decisions. I changed the path. As you all did. I also got a good education because my parents asked me to do that. Everybody wanted to be happy. You, me, everyone. We wanted to be happy. And we thought that we can be happy with the good education and a truckload of money. Therefore, we wanted to earn money. Now you earn. But you earn money by spending time. Yeah? That's how you think. But unfortunately, you didn't spend your time. You spent your life. By earning all these things, you lost your life. You already lost it. Can you get it back? No. But you lived in an illusion. You thought that you are wasting your time. Therefore, you were okay with that. But you went on holiday. And you thought that I have been working for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. I should go on holiday. Because you thought that you can spend some time with someone. But actually, you didn't spend time. You spent your life. Therefore, now you don't have it. You watch movies. What did you get? I'm not against that. I just want to contemplate. I want you to contemplate. Why did you watch movies? Because you had a desire. Your mind was so vexed. Therefore, you chose movies to come out of vexation. Then you watched and you came out of vexation. Was that the last thing? How many movies have you watched so far? It's not only 1, 2, 3. Many. They produce movies every day. If you can learn a few languages, now you can watch many movies. 1.5 hours. Oh, that's 1.5 hours. It's only 1.5 hours. Perhaps you think like that. It's only 1.5 hours. That's fine. Let's watch. Okay. Now my question. Can you die half an hour, 1.5 hours early? If I ask you, okay, let's assume that like you will die at 3 o'clock. Today, 3 o'clock. Can I ask to die now? Will you do that? Then why did you kill your life? Well, you said, no, I was killing my time. No, you didn't killing your time. You didn't kill your time, ladies and gentlemen. You kill your life. Remember this, time is an illusion. I can prove all these things, but not within 1.5 hours. I'll try to give you something. Just something. After that, if you can follow this, you will experience your own life. You killed your life. Therefore, you can't take it back. You didn't watch movies. You spent your life. But you thought that you were watching. You were watching movies. You felt yourself separately and a movie separately. Like now, right now, also the same. You feel that I'm here and you are there. You are witnessing what I'm saying. Actually, that's not the truth. The mind is created. In the mind, the sound is created. I don't have any sound, ladies and gentlemen. And this is not a sound. This is only a vibration. I can't create sound. I can't create a sound. I can only create a vibration. This is a vibration, ladies and gentlemen. You can hear the sound. That means with the vibration, The mind is created. Therefore, the sound is perceived. You can't expect any sound in outer world. The sound is created in your mind. Colors are created in your mind. This is dye. This is a dye. We use types of dye to for color. And this is a pigment. I'm not brown, and you are not white, or you are not black. This is melanin. Just melanin. When you are white, you have a small amount of melanin. When you are black, you are not black, but people say that you are black, okay. Then when you are black, you have more melanin. Melanin is not a color. You all know. Melanin is just a pigment. It helps the mind to create colors. Therefore, colors are created in your mind. Sounds are created in your mind. Now you can see that bird chirping. But we think that it is chirping and sound was created in our mind. What happened to that sound now? Listen to this sound. I create a vibration. When I vibrate the table, these air particles are also vibrated, and your eardrum vibrates. Then a signal passes to the brain. After that, the brain connects with the mind. Then the process of the mind starts. When you hear a sound, that's the evidence of the mind. When that mind is created, you can hear the sound. When you see this color, the mind is created. Because of the mind, you can see the color. The mind is created to perceive things. But in order to perceive, the colors have to be made. Because you can't find colors here. First of all, the color is created. After that, it is perceived. That entire process is called the mind. Now tell me, can you listen to this sermon without spending your life? You are with me by spending your life. You are not witnessing anything. Perception occurs. Various types of perceptions occur. That's called your life. Apart from that, something happened. You feel your existence. You feel yourself. That's why you experience that you are witnessing my speech. That's how you feel that you are listening and I'm talking. Actually, what happens here is you live and I live. You just live. But the problem is, you have your favorite sounds, don't you? Favorite music. favorite color. Okay, let's assume this. I have two colors. Let's assume that your favorite color is green. Okay, look at this pen, please. Now you can see green color is created in your mind. That means the mind is created. That means your life is created. You live. The mind is created. Red color. Again, the mind is created. And when you see this, that's your life. When you see this, that's your life. Then why do you say that? Your favorite color is this. That means you love this and you hate this. Perhaps you don't like this. Actually, you don't love this. You don't hate this. You love your life and you hate your life. Because green color is not in the pen. If you have seen this, the mind has been created. That's the mind, which means that's your life. You can say that this is my favorite color. That means you can say that this is my favorite part of, this is the favorite part of my life. You can say that. I hate this, which means I hate my life. I'm going to show you the problem here. I'm going to show you the reason you are here. If you are the happiest person in the world, we won't come here. Because you are happy, you don't want to find anything. But you are here because you think that you can be happy. You need to find, that's the reason you read books. You read books because you need to find the way to become a happy person. Because you definitely know that you are not happy. You are not happy because you feel vexation all the time. You feel your sensual desires. When you see some food, perhaps you can't control your mind. When you see beautiful sceneries, beautiful things, you are always attracted to those beautiful things. You can't control yourself, which means you can't control your mind. Because of that, the mind is always vexed because it is so busy. So busy. That's why you read books, to find a method to tame it, to make it serene. That's why you are here. I'm going to show you the problem. You always like to have favorite things, don't you? Favorite thing. This is my favorite, and that is my favorite. If I ask you to come talk about yourself, then you will always talk about, you will tell something, your name, your parents' name and age and all this. After that, you start talking about your favorite things. My favorite book is this, my favorite actress is my favorite actor, my favorite color, favorite. Because you are always talking about favorite because you think that favorite things make you happy. I want you to contemplate at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. This is the way we meditate. You can meditate in front of the teacher. That's the best meditation. Otherwise, you had to live with your own interpretations. But when you meditate with your teacher, when your teacher says something, then you can practice it at the same time. Just imagine that. You always want to have favorite things. Therefore, you are willing to have favorite things. Let me explain. When you have a favorite thing, let's assume that, according to your knowledge, how many colors are there? How many colors? Infinite number of colors. Billions, trillions colors. What's your favorite color? They will say, you will say with pride, you say, my favorite color is green. You chose one from nature. Now you have to face the music. Because when you choose one, you lost other things. When you say that this is your favorite, and when you see this, perhaps you feel some pleasure. But don't forget that you are not witnessing this. This is your life. If you see this color, that's your life. That means you love your life when you see green color. How many colors are there? Infinite number of colors. And you love this color. That means you love your life when you see this. Then you hate your life when you see other things. That's why you try to change the world, ladies and gentlemen. When you have a favorite color, you try to paint your walls with that color. Because you want to change the world. You don't like this wall anymore because it's not green. In order to change the world, you need money. You need money, therefore you need a good education. Therefore you need a good job. Therefore you have to wake up at 4 o'clock and start working at 7, 8 till 5 o'clock. Therefore you are so tired. Therefore you want to go on holiday. When you go on holiday, do you meditate somewhere? Sit somewhere and meditate? Because you were so tired. That's why you went holiday. You went on holiday because you were so tired. But when you go on holiday, you had to work hard because you had to climb a mountain. You had to row a boat in the stream. You had to do all these things. Then when you came back, you took 2 days off again because jet lag and various types of things. But you forgot that you went on holiday. You had to do all these things, ladies and gentlemen, because you wanted to change the world. I also had the same feeling. Therefore, in my lay life, I had choices. I also really believe that, ladies and gentlemen, when I have favorite things, I can be happy. But I didn't understand that when I have favorite things, I was deceived. And I have been deceived, and that decision was completely wrong. How can I choose one thing from the world? Don't you feel that when you choose one thing, you lose others? When you got married one woman, what happened to you, gentlemen? You lost every other woman. Yes or no? You already lost because you chose one. Let's think about colors also now. Think about some food. Think about a cup of coffee. Why people ask from you tea or coffee? They always ask tea or coffee. With how many sugar? With milk? With or without milk? How many spoons? Now you can see, you have your favorite. When you have your favorite, you have to take sugar with you, milk with you. Because if someone offers you some plain coffee, that's not your favorite. Therefore, you have to create your favorite. Otherwise, you will experience hell. Because you hate plain coffee. You only like to drink it with milk. That's your favorite. When you have favorite, when you have favorite, you think that that's heaven. If it is heaven, rest of the thing is hell. That's why you always try to create things. That's why you have sugar, a bottle of sugar there, and some packs. You always keep it with you at home, because you try to be happy with a cup of tea. You try to find your happiness in a cup of tea. Because of your wrong decision, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, don't ever think that when you have some favorite things, you can win. When you have favorite things, that means you discriminate nature. The Buddha taught us to see everything as one. Because it is one. I can prove it. It is one. You all are one. You all are one. I can guarantee. Everybody means the body I'm talking about now. Your body. Everybody is the same. Every mind is the same. But you feel yourself. When you feel your existence, your own existence, that's your own existence. Therefore, that's a feeling, ladies and gentlemen. That's a thought. You feel, you experience the ego. When I say ego, I don't mean pride. Ego in the false sense of existence. It is false. You feel the false sense of existence when the mind is created. Therefore, you think that you are witnessing something. But it doesn't have two things. There is only one thing. When you see something, seeing occurs. That's it. Seeing occurs. You can't say that I am seeing something. But you experience that. You always feel that I am seeing something. Because that I am part, that part is created due to defilement. The Buddha said due to ignorance. When I say ignorance, you know. I'm not talking about the lack of education. Ignorance about nature. I can guarantee that you are ignorant about nature. Perhaps you think, no, I'm not ignorant about nature. I have a degree. I have a PhD in nature, perhaps. Huh? No. You are talking about trees and waterfalls. I'm talking about nature. What is nature, researcher? When we hear that word, nature, you always feel that a beautiful forest and a nice river, beautiful flowers. But this is not nature. These are not only nature. Everything is nature. I'm nature. You are nature. Your hair, nature. This table, this room, plastic. Oh, perhaps using that plastic? Oh, it's artificial. No, plastic is nature. Everything is nature. You think that if something is man-made, it's not nature. You're wrong. Everything is nature. Because plastic consists of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Can you make carbon? Can you make hydrogen? These are nature, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is nature. Everything is nature, and nature is the same. But the problem is you have different values. When we talk about nature, you have different values. Let me ask this question. I have some diamond. I have a diamond stone. And I have a piece of bread. Just small slice of bread. What is valuable? Both of them are nature. Now I'm asking it from a human mind, which is not nature anymore, which is suffering to the fullest due to that reason. What is more valuable? You have an answer for this. You can say it depends. You always say that it depends. When you need food, this is valuable. And when you are satisfied, now you are not hungry anymore, then we will have diamond. Now you can see that you talk about your wantings. When you have a wanting, your mind is vexed, then the mind wants to come out of vexation. Therefore, now the mind wants something, diamond or bread. When the mind wants something, the mind gives a value to that. Otherwise, if you are nature, tell me, what do you think about these two things? Diamond and bread. We can't imagine that, ladies and gentlemen. We can't imagine that that's what happened to us. Our mind has been distorted from eon to eon. It is corrupted due to ignorance. We didn't have a chance to learn about nature, the truth. Jesus Christ came to this world to tell the truth. Lord Krishna came to this world to tell the truth. I know that. I know that because I have read all these books. I studied them. I saw the truth in those books. The Holy Bible, the Tripitaka, the Buddha's sayings, doctrine. That's the truth. The truth is nature. But we didn't have a chance to learn about nature. We didn't have. Have you? In our school, we learned everything but nature. We didn't learn. We learned about waterfalls, trees, but we didn't learn about nature. If a dog comes to your garden and, sorry to use this word, pee there, you are okay with that. Will you call the police? Will you call the police and send it to jail? No. If a human being does that, now you can see, you discriminate. It is a dog, okay, let him do that. We will wash it. Oh, he is a human being. You always discriminate because your mind always discriminates things, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's not nature anymore. It doesn't have the characteristics of nature. Because of those defilements, because of ignorance, we have to learn about nature. We had to study the main characteristics of nature. The Buddha taught us. The Buddha saw those things when he got enlightened. That's why I told you, my religion is nature. Your religion is also nature. Perhaps you name it differently. Perhaps you name it as Christianity. You name it as Hinduism. Some Buddhism. Some Islam. We all have only one religion. That's nature. We all have only one salvation. That's understanding about nature. When we understand about nature, we will be nature. If you ask about our practice, it's very simple and very hard. Two things. It's very simple. One is, the first thing is you need to listen and learn and study thoroughly about those main characteristics of nature. The Buddha used 3 words: anicca, dukkha, anatta. Those are Pali terms. When we have another time, we will discuss about that. These are the main 3 characteristics of nature. When we study that, we will practice it. We will take those views, the studies we got, knowledge we got, and we use it in our life. When we use it in our life, then we will see the world with those characteristics. Then eventually we will become those characteristics. That means again you will become nature. When you are nature, you never say that I like green, I like this, because nature likes both of them. If you are nature, you can enjoy these, both of them. If you are nature, you can eat any food which is edible. But right now, you are fussy. Perhaps you are a fussy eater because you want this. I can't eat this. I need this. I need that. Therefore, you spend money, you spend your life for shopping. This dress is not enough for you. I think I'm pretty sure that this is not enough. 1 day, 2, 3, 5 maximum. After that, you leave it. You leave it. You will buy another one. Because you can't be satisfied with what you have. But this robe, I have been wearing this for nearly 1.5 years. The robes I have. I have only 1 set of robes. The Buddha asked us to wear 3 robes because of winter and all these things. 3 robes. That is 1 set. We have only 1 set. That means I'm not talking about I'm talking about a real Buddhist monk. I had to say real. Because everyone is not a Buddhist monk. But they wear this. Otherwise you will be deceived. Then I have only 1 set. I am the chief incumbent of a big monastery in Sri Lanka. Like more than 80 acres. I have only 3 robes. You offered food to me. This is how I eat. I'm okay with that. Did I ask you to, don't put this, please. Put this. Can you put this? Did I ask that? No. You offered, I accepted. But if you put a piece of stone, I said, please don't. Because it's not edible. Otherwise, it's okay. That means you can't destroy my life by showing some food. If you ask tea or coffee, if I'm not ill, if I'm ill and coffee is needed, then I would ask for that. Because that's for the body, that's not for the mind. With my mind, I'm okay with anything. You don't have to ask how many sugar. Without milk, you don't have to ask. You just offer me, then I'll drink. Most of the time, I don't want. Which means, I don't want to drink this. Because I'm satisfied with 1 or 2 meals. If you offer, or if I can accept anything you offer, do I have to do a job? Then from morning to evening, from morning to night, what should I do? Yeah, I don't have a job. I enjoy my life. But you, unfortunately, I'm not discriminating you or I'm not insulting you. Please try to understand this. I want you to mourn about your life. Only then will you change it. Will you find the path to achieve your salvation. Otherwise, you never focus on your salvation. You always work. That's it. After that, you get married, youngsters. That's what will happen to you. I'm pretty sure. You will meet a few years later. Then you will come with your wife. Then you will come with your kids. Then you will come with your grandkids. Then one day you will die. Until that, you work and work and work. This is not life. I don't want this life anymore. Not this life. Your life. Think about that. We can change this. I changed it. Now I'm okay with anything. I don't have to change anything. I'm happy with you. Are so beautiful. I'm telling you. You are so beautiful. You are so handsome. Then why do you want to change your face by apply some makeup? You really believe that you are not beautiful. Yeah? That's the reason. You can't be satisfied with your face, ladies and gentlemen. You try to change it. You know the beauty industry is $1 billion industry. That means everybody is suffering because of their face. I want you to think about this. You always, in the morning, before you go to work, you go to a mirror. And you spend like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Just to change your face to make you satisfied. When you are satisfied with that, then you stop. Until that, you draw. But you have some erasers also. You erase that. Then again, you draw it. If you are a good artist, that they are called makeup artists. Then you can draw very nicely. Then when you see that, oh, I'm so beautiful. Please, God, change me. Can this be permanent? Then perhaps you offer something. You offer something to someone and pray, please, God, I offered this. Please, I need this next time. You are afraid. Because you can't be satisfied with what you have. Just imagine that, ladies and gentlemen, if you can't be satisfied with what you have, actually you live in a hell. We are going to help you to be satisfied with what you have. That's why I told you I'm satisfied with what I have. I don't need money. You offer me something, I am satisfied with that. Then each time, when I see these things, I'm okay with this, I'm okay with this, I'm okay with this. You can't ask that, is that okay? Then I would say, okay. But if it is unnecessary, I will say that, is it necessary? Or this is not suitable for this occasion? I can say that. That's my knowledge. That is not my wanting. Before, I didn't see beauty in everyone. Actually, now I can feel the difference, ladies and gentlemen. Before, I didn't see beauty in I can't say that. It is discrimination. If I say, Mama, if I talk about my choice, I had girls, and in my early life, I chose them. I didn't close my eyes and whoever comes to me, I love you. I didn't say that. I chose them. No. Yes. But, oh, no, not yes. Yes. I did that. You do the same. That means I didn't see the beauty in everyone because I had wantings. I saw the beauty. I saw the beauty in someone who can be satisfied or who can satisfy myself. That's called beauty. When you see something, if your mind is satisfied with that, you see beauty. Otherwise, there is no thing called beauty. That's why it says, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. It's not the eyes of the beholder, it's the mind of the beholder. When you are vexed and by seeing something If you can come out of vexation, you feel that it's beautiful. Otherwise, no one is beautiful in this world. No one is ugly in this world. Everyone is the same. Every face is the same. In that sense, you can say that every face is beautiful. You don't have to apply makeup. Just try to serene your mind. Then you can save money. That means you can save your life. You don't have to work like a, is that okay to say this word? A donkey. Day in and day out. Perhaps you are the beast of burden. You have to work hard. Check your fingers. You will see that they are worn because you work so hard. And you mothers, especially I'm talking to you, mothers, you cook in the morning. You cook their lunch. They cook their dinner. Apart from that, you make some sweet. You do all these things because your family members don't have a serene mind. When they have serene mindset, then they have to fulfill their desires. Then you have to cook. Children, I'm talking to you. You waste your mother's life by asking things. I'm not insulting you by saying these things, please. Don't be offended. What I'm saying is, if you ask, let's assume that you ask for something, but your mother has to work from morning to evening to create that or make that food. Still, you're okay with that. Only one thing you can do is, at night, you eat it and sleep. You took 15 minutes to eat it and sleep. Your mother has been doing it for entire day. That means she wasted her entire day, which means 1 day of her life. Because you couldn't tame your mind. Therefore, please think about this. Your main responsibility is, I didn't know this before. When I understood the Dhamma, that came to my mind. Now I strongly believe that someone's main responsibility is taming their mind. That's the first and foremost thing. But the problem is, ladies and gentlemen, that's not in our syllabus. We learn Pythagoras theorem. Hands up those who used Pythagoras theorem in your life. But we learn it. Quite a few people. I can find people who use at least one. At least once. Otherwise, we don't use it. But from birth to death, from womb to tomb, we suffer because of ignorance. We choose because when we see these two colors, we feel two different things, two different values. Therefore, you choose one. When you choose one, you try to keep this and you try to reject this. That's why you like your friends and you don't like your enemies. When you have enemies, you don't have life. Because when you have enemies, you live in hell. That's why you try to reject them. You don't want to associate with them. In your life, you have enemies, friends, mothers, fathers, and so many people. But remember this, when you understand the Dhamma means the doctrine of the Buddha, which means nature. When you understand that, you will realize that everything is the same. When everything becomes the same, then you won't discriminate anything, you won't reject anything, or you won't grab anything. But right now, you try to grab each and everything to make yourself happy. You still think that you can be happy with those things. Let me tell you the reason. You can't be happy because of ignorance. Because of ignorance, your mind gets attached to things. When the mind gets attached, vexation is created in the mind. A void is created because you get attached that you don't have. You get attached something that you don't have. When you don't have something, now there is a void. That's called expectation. What do you mean by expectation? When you expect something, do you have it? Try to understand the meaning of that word, ladies and gentlemen. Expectation. When you expect something, that means you don't have it. Therefore, when you have an expectation, your mind is suffering. Your mind is vexed because you don't have it and you want it. That's why when you have a favorite thing, that means you want that favorite thing. Let's assume that your favorite thing is coffee. When you have a tea, then your expectation is coffee. You want a coffee, but you have a tea. That's the reason you can't taste and be satisfied with a cup of tea. Because of your expectation. Because of your expectation, something happens. If this is your mind and you experience something with only 20%, rest of the thing is vexation, this 80%. Because of your expectation. You can't have anything without expectation. You always have something with expectation. Because you have that favorite thing. When you take a cup of coffee, after this, perhaps you will have a cup of coffee or tea, then take it into your hand. Then you will see, you in your mind, you know what type of coffee you should eat. That means you expect that. When you expect something, your mind is vexed. Then with a vexed mind, you have whatever you have. Therefore, you only can feel this 20%. Rest of the thing is vexation. That's why you can't be satisfied with anything. If you can be satisfied with one thing, you won't need it anymore. Have you had something like that? If you can be satisfied with one thing, you are satisfied with it now. But you don't want it anymore because you are satisfied with it. Do you have something like that in your life? No. Especially your favorite thing. When you use your favorite thing, you use it over and over again. This is my favorite thing. Can I have it? This is my favorite thing. Can I have it? That means you can't be satisfied with that. The reason is your expectation. Even though you get the same thing, you have that expectation. Therefore, when the mind has an expectation, the mind is vexed. Therefore, you always experience vexation plus that taste or the color or whatever. In the morning, you go to a mirror, then you see your face. But before you see your face, you have an expectation. Otherwise, how do you know that this face is not enough? Okay. I'll help you to understand this. Is it correct? Is this correct, ladies and gentlemen? I'm very poor at maths. Let's assume that okay. Is this correct? 8 plus 2 is 10. How do you know? How do you know that this is correct? Because you have a correct answer. If you have the correct answer, you can check your children's work. You can say that, oh, this is correct. Very good boy. Because you have the answer. You know the answer is 10. Therefore, you got the answer first. Then you check this. Oh, this is 10. Therefore, it's correct. Then when you have a cup of tea, then you have the answer first. Definitely, it will come to your mind. Then you ask, what is it? Tea or coffee? Then it is tea. Okay. Then you take it. Then you have the favorite one in your mind. You expect that, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you can say that, oh, this is not my taste. This is not good. When you go to the mirror, that's how you decide that this is not the face I want. That means you already have the face you want in your mind. That's your favorite one. That means you have that expectation in your mind. When you have that expectation, you can't see the beauty of this face. But don't forget that. Some people love this face. That means this is not ugly. It is not less beautiful. It's beautiful. You can't see it. You can't see it because of your expectation. And when you see the prettiest face, same thing will happen. Because just before you see that thing come to your mind, that expectation, I want to see that. When you want to see that want, you have a wanting, which is an expectation. When you have that expectation, your mind is vexed. With the vexed mind, you perceive something. Therefore, that is not a satisfaction. Therefore, you will see it until you get satisfied. That won't happen if you don't eradicate vexation. The only purpose of this practice is eradication of vexation. That's what I did. I'll still practice. I can't just say that I finished it. And I don't want to say that I finished it. I practice. And I can say that. I'm happy. I'm the happiest man, perhaps. Because I can talk to you without any expectation. I don't expect you to understand this even. Therefore, you are free. You are free to understand or not. I don't expect that. If I expect whether you understand it or not, I'm vexed and I can't be satisfied with that. But if I don't have expectation, then I can just tell, you can understand whether you understand it or not. I'm okay. That's the practice. If you can think about your life now you can see it has been destroyed by ignorance. I don't point at you. You didn't do anything, ladies and gentlemen. You felt the false sense of existence. It happens due to ignorance. Therefore, we must learn the truth of the world. The truth is, one truth I can tell, both of them are the same. How do you say that this is more valuable than this? If you are nature, these two are the same. Just assume that you are God. You created these two colors. Why do you create these two colors then if you don't like one? If you are Ishwar, Brahma, whoever you believe, if you create the world, why do you discriminate the world? Then if you believe in God, you must believe that everything is the same. Then why do you talk about caste system? I know you don't talk about that, but why people talk about that? About caste. About the skin color. Then people try to unite the world. Have you seen that? Try to unite the world. Let's be united. You and our people, your people and our people. Let's come together and be united. Do you really believe in that? That doesn't happen, ladies and gentlemen, because you strongly believe that this is our people and this is your people. And you are going to be united. How can you do that? There is one way, ladies and gentlemen. There is only one way. There is one way to be united. That is not united. You just need to understand that everything is nature. When everything is nature, you don't have to unify anything. You try to unify because you strongly believe that you are different and others are different. Because you always believe that you always experience your existence and others' existence. Therefore, the ego always talk about others. You always talk about others. Then the ego wants to be superior to others. That's why you always want to be more beautiful than others, more rich, or richer than others, more educated than others. You always think about that. Do you want to be educated or more educated than others? Just think about that. Because of that, you try to earn more. Because of the ego. You do all these things. You practice all these things because of the ego, ladies and gentlemen. Perhaps you want to buy a big car. Why? Again, I'm not insulting you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about ignorance, attachment, and the ego. That should be the enemy of you. Because it destroyed your life. I didn't. I don't insult you. I'm here to help you. But the ego destroyed your life. Because of the ego, you wanted to buy a big car. But your salary was not suitable for that. But anyway, you got it. Just imagine that. What happened to you? Because when you went to the society, they all had big cars, big houses, beautiful wives. Then what did you want? The same thing. Just imagine that. When a beggar have a big dream, that is the disaster. Yeah? Likewise, when the ego, I'm not talking about you, when the ego has a desire, that is the disaster. Because the ego is a beggar. Because each time it is created in the mind, the false sense of existence. When the mind is created, the ego is created. That's why you feel that I am seeing. Seeing occurs parallelly. The false sense of existence is also occurred. Therefore, you feel that I am seeing. Otherwise, it's only seeing. Perceiving. It's only seeing. When the false sense of existence occurs, then you feel that I am seeing. Then you always think about I am because of that ego. When the ego is created, it feels two different types of people. One is you, which means I, so-called I, and the other thing is the others. Therefore, this I wants to be superior than others. Boys, what do they want to do? Just imagine that. What do you want to do? Boys, they want to make big muscles, don't you? Why? It is not enough. I'm not insulting you again. I love you all, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to be happy. That's it. Because I experienced I had these things. When I was a boy, I wanted to have big muscles. Yes. I exercised. I went to gym. I went to a gym and I won. And I was the captain of the boxing team in our school because I wanted to be someone superior. Everybody respected me because I'm a boxer. Can you imagine how I walked? in front of others. Because I was a boxer. I'm telling you. I'm talking about my life. If you think that I insult you, let me talk about my life. When we were young, we wanted to be superior with the body. We wanted to have a big body, very strong body. Women, girls, they wanted to be the most beautiful. They tried to be beautiful. We wanted to be very, very handsome. Handsome is not beautiful. Handsome is something kind of personality with the body. Therefore, we did that. They did. They wanted to be beautiful, and we wanted to be very, very, very strong because of the ego. When someone says that you are so ugly from tomorrow, not tomorrow, from now, first you will cry. After that, you will go to a beauty parlor. You will go to a beauty salon and you will change your face. I can guarantee it. If someone says that, what is your body? So weak, so dull. Then from tomorrow, you will go to a gym. It hurts your ego. When the ego gets hurt, you can't tolerate. You means the ego can't tolerate because it wants to be superior all the time. It wants to be superior. If you are a beggar, you have to be the best beggar. Go and check with beggars. They also have the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. They want to be the best because of the ego. We have to work hard because of the ego. Therefore, I want you to understand that first. The ego has desires. The mind doesn't have any desire, ladies and gentlemen. The mind doesn't have any wanting. Because your mind has everything. Your mind is perfect. It doesn't have any void. Just believe me. And understand the Dhamma. Understand the doctrine. Then you will realize it. Your mind is so serene. You don't want anything. Because whatever you see, whatever you experience is okay with you. You can sit like that the entire day by seeing these things, by hearing these things. Because you can hear anyway. You can hear, you can see. Then why do you want to go out and see the garden? Because the ego wants to do that, because the ego is empty. It is empty. It is empty, therefore it wants to be filled. Therefore try to fill it by seeing all these things. Then he talked about that. When you go on holiday, you came back, and what did you do? You talked about that. Oh, we went to that. We visited that. Hey, have you visited? No, I visited that. Why people want to climb mountains? If you want to do that, please do it. I'm not asking you not to do. I just ask, why do you want to climb a mountain? Why higher than others? Okay, if you want to climb a mountain. To enjoy, okay, let's assume that you can enjoy. Then why do you want to climb a mountain higher than others? Someone is ready to sacrifice their life, ladies and gentlemen, just to climb the Mount of Everest. It is so dangerous. Anyway, people do that. Then once you climbed, just imagine that you climbed, then you are the best person now. Then we will talk about 1, 2, 3 days. After that, we don't want to talk about you because I am the best. You are not the best. I hate you because you became the best. Therefore, I'll try to find something to make myself the best. And I think about myself, oh, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. I'm talking about the ego. Just understand that. I can't tell the answers for these things, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to, I want to understand. I want you to understand this first. Then we have answers for this, but I have only 1.5 hours. That's why I talk a little bit faster because I want to give as much as possible. I help you to understand this. I help you to understand your life. Look, I didn't talk about any religion. I just talk about your life. Because life is the religion. Nature is religion, ladies and gentlemen. Nature is the religion. Only religion we all have. Humanity, I can't just say humanity because animals also are the same. Everything is the same. I can prove that. I can definitely prove that. We have other sermons. If you heard of, if you had a chance to hear that, then you know it. We can prove. We already proved it. Just think about the ego. Each time when you do something, think about the ego and think about vexation. Then you will realize that you live in a hell just because of the ego, just because of ignorance and attachment. Due to ignorance and attachment, the ego is created. Because of the ego, you always try to be superior with others, superior than others. That means actually you are suffering from inferiority complex. Everyone is suffering from inferiority complex. When you see something bigger than you can't tolerate it. That's how jealousy comes to the stage, to the mind. People are jealous. You know that. You always talk about, oh, they are jealous. What about you? They are jealous. What about you? Everyone is jealous. Everyone is jealous. Everyone means every ego. Every ego is jealous because it is expecting to be superior. Always. Always. Perhaps that's why you are the richest man in the world. Are you happy with that? By saying that I'm the richest man, I'm 80 years old, I'm the richest man, I start from the beginning. When you listen to their speeches, you can hear I started this from when I was 20 years old. I didn't have even a penny with me. I started this. I developed it. Now I'm 80 years old. I'm the richest man in the world. I'm going to die with empty hand. I don't disrespect them, ladies and gentlemen. I really respect them. If I had a chance to talk to them, I would definitely teach this. Because I know that when they get this, they will definitely do that because they are goal-oriented people. They really want to achieve something. Therefore, definitely they will do that. That's why I'm talking to you. You all wanted to achieve something. But let's understand the truth first. After that, if you want, you can become a millionaire. Otherwise, you can have a serene life. Just serene life. Just imagine that I can prove you again that you have a vexed mind always. You have a vexed mind by telling this. Just imagine this. Perhaps you think that you go to work and you all do all these things just to earn money and to live your life. If I ask you to sit in front of the wall, this wall, just white, in front of this wall, and keep sitting. That's your job. I'm going to pay for your job. How much you earn, I'm going to give you the double. Your job is keep looking at the wall. And I'll supply food. And I'll give you a bed to sleep, just 6 hours. You wake up and start your job. I'm going to pay the double. Will you do that? For how long? You just need to look at the wall. Sit down and look at the wall. Then you will experience vexation. Right now, you can't experience vexation that much, ladies and gentlemen, because when you are vexed, you try to do something and coming out of vexation. That's your life. That's why you go to parties. That's why you sing songs. That's why you read books. You play and so on. You do all these things. You look here and there. If I ask you to stay here, you look this, 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 this. You do all these things because of vexation. Otherwise, your mind is so serene. If your mind is so serene, this well, here I can see something. If I am not satisfied with this, yes, I will look everything. But if I'm satisfied with your face, I can talk to you whatever the time you want. Just imagine that. Therefore, don't think that you do things just to enjoy yourself or to make yourself happy. You do these things to come out of vexation. That's why a prison is a prison for you. Australian prison, what do you think? Is it a prison for you or not? I'm pretty sure that they won't kill you. They won't hurt you. They will feed you. It's a nice place to live forever. You can live. If you get a life sentence, then you can stay there forever. Free food. Huh? You can get everything free. But it's a jail. Why? It's a jail. You can play. You can read books there. You have inmates to associate with. But still you feel that it's a jail. Then if I put you in a dark room for 2 months, what will happen to you? You will go insane. I talk a little bit faster, ladies and gentlemen, because we have only a limited time. That's the reason. Otherwise, you then, oh, he blamed us. He was talking. No, I just want to give the best. If I have 4 hours, I will slow this down and I'll be very calm. But this time is not the time to be calm, to understand this. This is the time to understand this. Also, if the Australian jail is a jail for you, your mind is not serene. You are afraid of jail. But I'm ready to go to. If someone can ask for me to go to jail and stay there, I will go there and I will teach them. I'll teach Buddhism or Christianity, whatever, to them. We asked from Sri Lankan government, but they still didn't do that. Yeah, we are ready to do that. And from time to time, we come, we go to these prison houses and we preach to them. And rehabilitation centers. They all have serene mind, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm telling you. It is so sad. While having the kingdom of heaven and you live in hell, just imagine that. You have the kingdom of heaven is within you. Jesus Christ said, the kingdom of heaven is within you, but you are waiting to die and go to heaven. You don't have to die because the kingdom of heaven is within you. That's the mind. That's the pure mind. Therefore, let's eradicate ignorance and attachment. Let's eradicate all the cankers, defilements in our mind. And let's have the serene mind, which is tamed mind. Then you can experience your life to the fullest. You can enjoy your life to the fullest. You don't have to think about your death anymore because you will enjoy your death as well. But if you have an expectation not to die, when you die, you can't enjoy that either. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure the Buddha enjoyed his death. I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ also enjoyed his death. That's why when he was on the cross, he asked God to forgive others because he's happy. He was happy at that time because he knew. The Buddha knew. Let's know about it. That's how you can have a peace of mind. We don't have any other way. There's only one way. How can you rest in the peace? Or rest in peace? How can you rest in peace? If your mind is vexed, if you have wantings, if you are waiting to get more wantings, more desires, how can you do that? Therefore, we have this solution. We means, again, we are not telling you to change your religion or anything. We just tell you our religion is nature. We all are the same. And I can guarantee that if you practice this path, you can definitely be nature. But you have to practice. I can't practice on behalf of you. I can guide you. That means your teachers can guide you. Your teachers can be your lighthouse, but you are the ship. You are the captain. You are responsible. Therefore, if you understood something, I wouldn't say that. If you understand something about your life, we are here to help you. If you want, you can come to Sri Lanka and stay with us. Month, 2, perhaps forever. We have monks who came from various countries. Young boys and girls who came there to ordain from various countries. And if you have time, you can come there and you can practice with us. You just need to come there. That's it. You don't have to bring your money. If you can find some accommodation there, we will feed you. We are not talking about money, ladies and gentlemen. We had plenty of money. Now we don't want them. We came here for free. Can you imagine that? Now it has been nearly a month now. We came from the monastery. We went to New Zealand. After that, we came to Brisbane and we did some sermons and retreats. After that, we went to India. We went to India to participate in World Religious Summit. And again, we came back. And now we are in Melbourne. When we finish this, we'll go Borambala. After that, Perth. And end of this month, we will go back to Sri Lanka for free. Why? Why don't we charge? Because this is priceless. What is the price of your life? If you can put a price on your life, I will price on the Dhamma, the doctrine. That's why we give it for free. Therefore, look, I spent my life with you, not time. I was so generous. Because I spent my life, I gave my life, I sacrificed my life. 1.5 hours. I'm willing to do that for anyone who wants to attain Nibbana, which means to achieve their salvation. I'm ready to give that. Therefore, I can speak 4 languages, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm learning another 2. I do that because I want to help you. I'm not, if you see my accent, and I make mistakes also. I still learn English. I used to live in UK. Therefore, it is easy, but I still learn. And I can speak Hindi very well. I do Hindi sermons because I want to help people. I can preach in Telugu, and I'm learning Japanese and Chinese. Why? To earn? No. It is hard. Learning a language is hard. You all know that. It is hard, but we still learn. Not to earn. Just to help you to achieve your salvation. I got these things from the Buddha and my teachers. Great lineage are from the Buddha. The love. I would say this is the love. Before, I used to love people. Now I don't love anyone. Now I'm the love. Before I loved only my mother. Therefore I missed you. I loved my mother because she was my mother. Like you love your son because he's your son. But I love your son. Not because of anything. Because I'm the love. Whoever comes to me can embrace love. Like this tube light. This light. Whoever comes to that light, get lighted. That's what you had. That's the thing you need to do. You have to be the love in the world. Otherwise, you will love. You will choose and love. You have conditions. You can't love everyone. Mothers can't love every child. You only love your son. You only love your son because he's your son. Otherwise, you won't love him either. Because of the ego I'm talking about. I was talking about that, the ego. It is disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. It is disgusting. Not you, the ego. Imagine that. People talk about love. We talk highly about love. Love, love, love. But they don't love. They use people. I love you because I'm vexed. Young ladies, when someone comes to you and say, I love you, what do they mean? They mean that I'm vexed. I want to come out of vexation. Can I use you? Isn't that the reason? Okay, if it is not the reason, mothers, love each and every child like you love your son. You can't do that. I can guarantee you can't do that because you are the ego. When you are the ego, you can't do that. But when you are the mind, of course. And wives, can you love your husband when he has many affairs? When he has many relationships with other women, can you love him? No. Because you can say that I love you because you are my husband and I'm your only wife. You have conditions. They are great conditions, essentially. Great means very big conditions. I love you, my son, because you are my son. Do you really believe that it is love? No. You should be able to love everyone without any condition. That means you have to be the love. I can guarantee that. I used to love people. Now I don't. Because I don't discriminate anyone. I love you all. Not because of your face, or not because of you are a human being. Because I am the love. Therefore, even this can get love from me. Whether it get or not, it doesn't matter. I am the love. I got these things from the Buddha, from Jesus Christ, from Lord Krishna. That's what I'm telling you. Don't discriminate anything. Try to understand nature. When you understand nature, you will definitely win. I don't like time. It's over. And I didn't mean to hurt you. In case, if I hurt you, I'm sorry. I wanted you to understand about your life and mourn about it and try to find your salvation. That is the first and foremost thing you must do. If you can learn that, this is very successful. And if you want to practice the path, we are here. You can contact us. You can be with these organizers and ask, and you can come to Sri Lanka or however. We will practice. And thank you very much for your time. And may the blessings of the Noble Triple Gem be with you all. Thank you.